Hello, welcome back on Thursday. It's story time and our letter time, isn't it? This is W, Willie Weasel. Show me how it goes. Willie Weasel, wah. Willie Weasel, wah. And the letter is W. Now the W, the capital W and the lowercase w look very, very much alike. But there's something that's different. One is smaller. The big W is for most important names, like Wheezy would use a big W. Those are for most important names. Willie Weasel, W. And I know a worm that has the most important name. His name is Walter. Walter Worm. Now, you can help me with this song. We learned yesterday how important the earth is, and we celebrated Earth Day yesterday. And we've learned this week in our stories, and we were talking about worms and how important they are to the earth. They help plants grow, don't they? So let's do Walter Worm, and it goes like this. Walter Worm will wiggle, wiggle here and there. Walter Worm will wiggle, wiggle here and there. Walter Worm will wiggle here. Walter Worm will wiggle there. Walter Worm will wiggle, wiggle here and there. Walter Worm will wiggle, wiggle here and there. Wiggle him on your brother's arm. Wiggle, wiggle, Walter Worm will wiggle here. Wiggle worm, Walter Worm. He'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Walter Worm will wiggle, wiggle here and there. Walter Worm, right on your finger. Walter and worm begin with W. Wa. Remember Willoughby, Wallaby. Winley. An elephant sat on Kinley. Where's our Willoughby, Wallaby? Willoughby, Wallaby. Waya. An elephant sat on Maya. Winley. Kinley and Maya, you're in the afternoon class, aren't you? What about Wemmy? Who would that be? Emmy. Yes. And how about Wizzy? Who would Wizzy be? If I took that wah sound and put it at the beginning of Izzy, becomes Wizzy. Yeah, we can change words by putting a new sound at the beginning. And if we put wah in the front of Izzy, it becomes Wizzy. What about Leland? What would that be if we took O off? Leland would be Wheeland. Willoughby, Wallaby, Wheeland. An elephant sat on Leland. Isn't that silly? Sounds can change words by changing the sound. That's how letters work. Okay, Willoughby, Wallaby, you sit right there and let's see. Whoops, Gordo Gorilla fell down. We'll put W right there. And since we've been talking about the earth and all the wonderful things God gave us on the earth, water is the most important thing I think that's on this earth. Because without water, we would have no living things. Plants and animals would not stay alive without water. This little newspaper booklet is called Water, Water Everywhere. Yeah, I heard some of you say that. You see W's. Water. Most of our earth is covered with water. All the earth, there's water everywhere. Where can you see it? Where is that girl right now? Is she on the beach? Yeah, could that be the ocean or a lake? Water everywhere. So let's move it over here and get ready to read this little newspaper booklet. Where is water? It is in a lake. Water, water everywhere. That little girl or boy is fishing in the lake. Where is water? It is in the ocean. Water, water everywhere. That turtle loves that ocean water. Where and water. I hear that W sound. Where is water? It is in a waterfall. Water, water, everywhere. Can you say that with me? Water, water, everywhere. Where is water? It's in a river. There's that little word is we talked about this week. It's an important word in books and stories. It is in a river. You will see that word a lot. Water, water everywhere. Is that the mama bear and her babies going down getting a drink? Maybe they're looking for fish. You're right. That's a good place to find water and food. Water, water, it is in a pond. Where is water? It is in a pond. Water, water everywhere. Those are mama ducks, girl ducks, aren't they? Remember we said because they're camouflaged like a rock or a nest would be brown so they can hide their babies. They look like they're at the pond, don't they? There's the lily pads. Where is water? It is in a swamp. Water, water everywhere. Alligators live in a swamp. That's their habitat. Where is water? Where is water in this photo? Here's a hint. The water is frozen. It's solid water. It's not liquid. It's at the top of the mountain, isn't it? There's snow on the top of the mountain. That's solid water. Snow, wherever there's snow, that's water. Oh, our earth is a special place, and water is the best part of it because it makes things alive. That's a special story. Now, there's another funny story today called Mud. We love our mud song. And just imagine if you played in the mud, what you would look like when you were done. Do those kids look like they're having fun? Oh my goodness, I hope it's okay with their mom and dad or their grandma or their babysitter. You have to ask before you go in the mud and play because you're going to get dirty. Right? Do you think they asked? Mud. Who else do you think will go in the mud? Do you think just the little girl and boy are playing in the mud today? It's written by Wendy Cheyenne Lewinson. And it's illustrated by Bill Basso. So those people worked together to make this book. Let's start it. And here's the title page called Mud. What kind of a creature is that? Do you know what that is with a big snout, big nose like that? He goes, You're right. Somebody who loves mud is a pig. That boy looks like he's got an idea. What do you think? Are you wondering what he's thinking about? Do you know what he's thinking about? Oh, there he is. Mud in the puddle. Mud on the shoe. Oh, mud on the socks. He's getting in there now, isn't he? Mud on you. Shoe you. Mud on your hands. Look, he made a little mud man. Kind of looks like a snowman, only it's made with mud. Mud on your hands. Mud on your toes. He's having a good time. Here comes a pretty little girl. Look at her. What is she going to think of the mud? And look at the frog. He says, yikes. He's kind of afraid of that boy. That boy's having so much fun in the mud. He's going to hop away. Come back later. But here comes a pretty little girl. What will she think of the mud? Mud on your cheeks. Mud on your nose. Oh, at least she's got her little rain boots on. And so she's ready to go in the mud with her boots. She has her umbrella. Do you think she put that mud on her nose? Mud, mud everywhere. Oh no, she's not so clean or pretty anymore with that mud on her pretty clothes. But they're having fun. Look at those smiles. Mud on your elbows. It gets everywhere. They're making like a mud castle there, aren't they? Cool. Mud in your hair. He's making spikes with the mud. Here comes another boy and a dog. I wonder if they'll get in the mud. I wonder if they'll like the mud too. Mud on your chin. Mud on your ear. Uh-oh. Are they throwing mud at those kids? I don't know if they like it or not. Mud over there. Mud over here. They're getting muddy, all right. And look who's coming next. Is he happy about them being in his mud? Here comes a pig. Mud in the puddle. Oh, it looks like the pig might join them, do you think? I wonder if the pig will jump in. Mud in the air. Splash. That pig jumped right in, didn't he? And everybody else had to jump out of the way. Mud, mud everywhere. Even way up in the tree, it splashed, didn't it? It's a muddy place now. And here's a funny, funny page. There's a little girl in the house. I bet it's his sister. And she's yelling, "Mud!" Is that little boy going to be in trouble? I bet that's... Do you know who that is? Do you wonder? Do you think it's his sister? And she's calling Mom, "Mud!" He's had a good old time, but he better wait right there. Mom's going to have to get the hose and spray him off before he gets the house all dirty. The other kids are going home too. That's a funny ending to that story about mud, isn't it? Mud, mud everywhere. Think of this. What rhymed with toes? He had mud on his toes and mud on his nose. Mud on his shoes. Do you remember what rhymed with shoe? There were words in the story that rhymed. So let me find. Mud on the shoe, mud on the socks, mud on you, shoe you. That's a fun story to read again. And you can, sometimes when you read a story, remember how we said you notice things the second time that you didn't see the first time. Or you find words that rhyme and you didn't even notice the first time. So books are really good things to open again and again and read again. I hope you had a good time today with our stories. We'll see you tomorrow on Friday.